currently writing down some things. It's Mother's Day 2025, and happy Mother's Day to me and everyone else. I am, currently a little sad because my mother's not here, so I'm just journaling and getting some things off my chest because I don't, I can't say because I don't have anybody to talk to I'm journaling, but because I should be journaling regardless of whether I had someone to talk to or not. But I don't have anybody to call. I don't have any immediate family. My mother has passed away. She committed suicide 7 years ago. Maybe a month before that, my grandmother passed away. While I was pregnant, I think maybe. Oh yeah, the last time I saw my mom was at my brother's repast. My brother passed away. Maybe 3 weeks before my mom. No. My mother passed away while my son was 2. Okay, my brother passed away while I was pregnant with my son. My grandmother passed away right before my mom. Okay, and then 3 years ago, my dad died from cancer. I was taking care of him while he was on hospice, along with other family members. And a year after that, my sister OD'd from opioid overdose. And, I do not have anybody to talk to. The fathers of my children, one of them are incarcerated. And me and him are not that close in the realm where we would talk about things like this. And I'm not really a person that just calls people and talks about how I feel. But my son's father, me and him, we were really close, but we're not anymore. And that's very hurtful. Because I thought we were friends. I thought he really cared about me. But certain things have come to pass to let me know that he has his own trauma. So maybe he is unable to show love in a certain way. Do I believe he cares for me? Yes. But I don't think he really knows what love is. At least, he loves our son. I know that. He knows what love is. I don't know how to explain that situation because I'm still dealing with it. And he's the only person left that really knew my family. Well, the only person left that does know my family that is attached to me. And sometimes I just really feel so lonely. Sometimes I just feel so lonely. Especially on holidays or, birthdays. I have my mom's picture right here. She looked really happy right there. She was having a good time. I spend a lot of time throughout the year reflecting or, keeping myself in alignment or being positive. Because I cannot allow myself to be swallowed with grief. I have 2 children, 2 beautiful children. I love being a mom. That is part of my divine purpose. I know that. And I have to be clear-minded, and I have to be strong for them. I cannot be a person that goes through these periods of depression and then allows it to be noticeable. I go through periods of depression very often. Nobody knows. And I think that the fact that I suppress that has caused me to have anxiety. I have anxiety. I have racing thoughts. Sometimes I'll be just minding my business, doing something happy, and then I'll just have an imaginary thought about something. I'll get very anxious, like something bad, and then I'll think about something bad happening to somebody that I care, and I don't even know where this came from. It used to be like that before, but I've had, in the past 7 to 8 years, I've lost everyone in my immediate family. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't, what would I say? I couldn't confide in someone, is that the word? I'm not close with any cousins or, I live in a town right now where I have family members of my father, but we're not close. And I am, I'm an Aquarius. We're very much lone wolfy, but it's like, okay, the lone wolf does like to have an occasional conversation. But when it comes to stuff like this, it's like, I would rather just stay inside. So, yes, I did put on a little something to look cute. I mean, even if I wasn't grieving legitimately, Mother's Day, I've never had a Mother's Day where it was like, I'm swept off my feet with just stuff to do. I'm grateful, and every Mother's Day that I've had, I've enjoyed because I like to spend it with my kids. And if they're with, I don't know, my son was with his dad earlier today, and he just came home a couple hours ago. We spent a little time together. My son bought me this flower and this with his own money. He was with his dad, but his dad gives him money and stuff all the time. And he actually went to work with his dad and earned money. Look at him. So being a mom is magnificent. I love it. So on Mother's Day, I celebrate the fact that I have 2 beautiful children. I don't necessarily need to go anywhere. Would it be enjoyable to go places and do fun things and enjoy myself as a mom? Yeah, but I couldn't do that when it's not Mother's Day. And I don't. I like to nest. I love being in the house. But don't get it twisted. I like to be outside, honey. But not all the time. I'm really a homebody. I enjoy being in my little nest. I enjoy being creative and creating things and listening to music, and my cat is howling. She's in heat. I tried to tell baby girl to contain herself. She is not the only one in heat around here. Please. We're manifesting a husband. Yeah, so I definitely am a person that is currently heavily dealing with grief. Also dealing with being a domestic violence survivor. While all of that was happening, I, was in a relationship with one of my children's fathers, and it was very, abusive physically. Okay, I don't want to unpack all that right now, but either way, that was when he was 2. My mother had actually just passed away when I got on my feet after leaving him. I was actually in domestic violence housing when that happened. And didn't have any support as far as that's concerned. I don't have any form of... As far as support, me, myself, I'm a person, I think that support is something you don't have to reach out for. I think that's why it's called, support. People that know what you have going on and go out of their way to be there for you, The people that do know me, or that, I'm a very private person. I don't hang with a lot of people, But the people that I do care about, they, for some reason, never remember these days that could be very, very, very sad for me. None of them know that I even go through this. Or if they did know, do they even care enough to interrupt their day to really be here for me without me asking or bringing it up? Because I don't even know what that feels like. I don't even like the way it feels to ask someone to be here for me. I don't like the way that comes out. It doesn't come out very, it doesn't feel good. So I just don't want to do it. I also was recently, within the past couple of months, dealing with, a breakup. And, I was heartbroken. I mean, it's not like, I don't think he did anything intentionally to hurt me, no, but I believe that there's some growing on both of our parts that needs to happen. And I just don't feel like he was maybe emotionally ready to communicate certain things the way that I was. And I think maybe I was still, my trauma responses, because I have abandonment issues from childhood and shit like that. And my past relationship, things happened that I'll never talk about. Let's just be clear. That is going to have to get put on paper and burned. That's not for the tube. There are things that I'm willing to share, but some things it's just like, this shit is so dark. It's so dark. The way that I was treated sometimes, sometimes being hit is not the worst thing someone can do to you. Do you know that? Like, being shunned or being ignored, being pushed away, being felt like you're not valuable, or verbally abused. Verbal abuse can be very damaging. And there's things I need to release. So, I do think that if I went about things a little bit differently, we could have still been together, but I still would have been uncomfortable, because when I expressed myself to, said ex-boyfriend, it was never just him wanting to just understand me. It was him just getting defensive and saying, if I say, oh, you made me feel this way, he said, oh, well, if I say, oh, well, I think that you are not being considerate, oh, well, that's not true because I this and that. Okay, I understand, but if I'm saying that you're making me feel this way, it's for a reason. I would want you to be concerned about that and say, hey, well, maybe the way I'm, am or am not doing something that's making you feel that way, is it triggering you? How do you feel? Let's talk about it or something. I didn't get that response. I got a different response, but he's a great guy. He's a great guy. It's just where I am now. I have worked very hard. I have been enlightened spiritually. I have been on this spiritual journey for almost 4 or 5 years now. And I was single for 4 years. After I left my son's father, I wouldn't get into a relationship because I needed that time. So me getting into this recent relationship was it was like a whirlwind. I was skeptical at first because it felt like, I feel like I do still feel now that I got love bombed. I just want to put a question mark on it. I don't even want to name it. Like, I don't know. But there's no way that it couldn't be real. There's no way it wasn't real. Like, in my mind, the only way that I was able to get over it was by pretending that it wasn't real. So I am doing this video just to have just some footage of me going through this journey, because, boy, the amount of strength you have to be able to go through these emotional roller coasters and still be able to give love and light to people the way that I do. I don't give myself enough credit. I'm very hard on myself. And meanwhile, I know for sure that there are people that have been through way less than me that, you know, have not been able to keep themselves together. And I pray for those people. I want them to gain clarity and understanding. There are also people that have been through way worse things than me and are thriving more than me. But let's just be clear. Everyone's journey is different, okay? There's no right way to do this. Just keep yourself together. Do things that make you feel good. Tap into your spirituality. Tap into your mind. Control your thoughts. You are able to control your thoughts by controlling the things that you do, the people you see, the places you go, the things you listen to. Listen to beautiful things. Okay? Only surround yourself with people that love you and care about you. Or solitude, because that's what I did. That's how I was able to control my narrative. And let's just be clear, every day is still, you know, abundant. The universe is so abundant. And I am grateful. I am grateful for everything that I have. Grateful for the journey. Because of this journey, I will reveal the best version of myself. The best version of me. I am divine. I am valuable. I am loved. I am deserving of patience and understanding and love. And what I am doing now is making sure that the things that I am requiring from someone else to be in my life, I am supplying that for myself, okay? Because I have a tendency to love upon others. And I am now learning that I have trauma. Everything that I do is a fucking trauma response. I'm like performing. You know, I love to nurture and care for things. By nature, I love to do, you know, make people feel better. If they're sad or if something's wrong, I want to fix it. But I'm coming to realize that some of that stems from, you know, childhood things. Or, you know, things that have happened in relationships where I felt like I don't want to disturb, or I don't want to say the wrong things or do the wrong things. Or if I do disturb things, making sure that I do things to make it better, like overdoing things. And it's just like, I'm allowed to make mistakes, bro. I don't even, you know what? Life is but a dream. And I want people to know that everything that we experience is a part of a divine plan. It is. Know that our experiences are reflections of us. These are thoughts that we've had. We manifested this. Feelings that we have inside. The vibration of that has brought whatever it is that we were thinking about right to our front door, right to us. It's hard to believe, but I'm telling you, it's definitely true. We could be in a bad relationship with someone, And we can leave them and then end up in a bad relationship with someone else and then leave that person and be in another. Now, do we say here that it's them? Or do we say, hey, let me step back and see if there's something within me that is attracting this type of person? Or is it something within me that is not having enough boundaries? Okay? That is allowing this type of person in my realm. In my realm. Allowing them in my realm. What inside of me is condoning this? Where does that... That's where I need to go. I need to go to that place, find that, and fix it. Figure out why do I allow certain things to happen, and then I just brush it off. I'm a person where you can hurt me. If I love you, you can hurt me. And I'll be sad about it, but I'll try not to talk to you, but I just can't. If I love you, I don't understand some people. I just don't understand how you can love someone and fucking hurt them. Like, you know the action or the thing you're about to say is going to hurt someone that you care about, and you still do it. I've never understood that. So, me, myself, if I love someone, I cannot turn it off. I just can't. So there are things when I have to work hard to try not to talk to someone. You know how hard that is? Why the fuck do I have to do that? Why do you have to do what you're doing? I don't understand that. You okay, bud?
Yes.
Okay. You want a snizzy? You want a snack?
No.
Is that a dog or a cat? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a juice box, bud?
Won't minute me.
Huh?
Won't minute me.
Okay. You want to get a cup from down there? Get a cup from down there.
Cup of milk.
Yeah.
Is this clean?
Why don't you get a smaller cup, bud?
But I like...
Okay, just rinse it out real quick. Rinse it one more time, just to be safe, okay? And rinse out the lid. There you go, that's good. That's good, buddy. I put the cap on that and put that in the trash.
Oh.
There you go. You can put that in the trash, buddy.
What are you doing?
Nothing, I was making a little YouTube video. A little cutie pie. Make sure it's on tight, okay? Close the door all the way, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna end this video because I don't like my children to see me upset. One thing that I do not like is when, now it's okay to be emotional with your children, but as parents, we are not supposed to turn our children into our fighting counselors, okay? It's not gonna happen here. I am a grown woman and I'm supposed to be doing these things in private so that I can be the best version of myself when it comes to them. Seriously. Now, me and him had a talk earlier about mommy being sad a little bit and stuff like that. And, you know, my eyes watered up. We hugged, just talking about my mom. I asked him, did he, you know, feel upset about the fact he never met his grandma. He said, yeah. Said, you know, all she wanted was a grandson. She said, well, I am her grandson. We hugged and went upstairs. Now, I'm not going to start bawling, crying, and go lay in my bed and eat snacks and be depressed and having my kids cleaning it. By no means am I going to allow, I'll pull every fucking hair out of my head before I do that. Secretly. And then put a hat on because they won't even know I did that. Okay? Children should be protected more from certain things, I feel. And as women, we are strong. Now, we should get into our meditation and our working out and doing other ways of releasing our trauma and journaling. Going out into nature, hugging trees, being barefoot, all those wonderful things. And if you do have an adult that you want to talk to about these things, that's wonderful. I prefer to talk to the universe. I prefer to talk to my ancestors. I prefer to talk to my cats. I don't even like to traumatize my cats. You see, they live a luxurious life. Who wants to interrupt sleep like that? Baby, listen. Big Mama got this. And you want to know something? I'm grateful. I feel a lot better now that I said the things that I've said, now that I've recorded. I don't have one person to talk to right now. Not one. I'm pretty sure there's someone I could call and they would listen to me talk about how miserable I am. Because people like that. They love to hear you not in a good space, or they love to help you with your sadness by being sad with you. And that's not something that I need right now, or I ever need. The universe is abundant, okay? And the passageways for me are open, okay, to receive blessings of many kinds. I am receiving love. I am receiving support, unconditional friendship. I am receiving financial freedom. I am receiving great health. I'm receiving just a support system that is unbreakable. I know the universe has this in store for me. So what I am doing is making sure that I am prepared for my blessings and doing the best that I can. I do fall short. There are days when I'm not as productive as I want to be. And do I know why? I don't. Maybe. There are days that I may get some things done that I want to get done or need to, and there's some days. Okay. Some days when I don't get everything done all the way, but either way, I'm going to be easier on myself. I'm going to love myself more. I'm going to tune a lot of the energy that I give to others into me and pour it into myself a lot more, because I deserve that. Oh, I know that's right, baby. I deserve that. Say hey, Katie. Hey, little bubba. You know, I deserve to be poured into. I deserve to pour into myself. So I'm grateful, and the kitties must know I'm sad because they're starting to gather. Here goes Onyx. Yeah. Oh, you just want to get something to eat. Listen. I'm grateful, and I'm going to look back on this video, and I'm going to reflect, and I am going to be stunned by how much I've grown and how much I've achieved. I guess that's my cue. Baby girl said, you said you was logging off. How many minutes? How many minutes ago, Miss Lady? I want you to love me right now. Kitty, boundaries. Okay, guys, it's been 30 minutes. How easily and how quickly that went by. It was amazing. You know, absolutely, I'm feeling good. Okay. Katie, Pinky swear I'm hanging up right now. All right. Getting off of here. I just wanted to come in here and share something. Whether I post this or not, I don't know. This might just be for my archive. But just in case I do post it, you know, anybody that sees this, know that you're not the only one out there in the world that feels alone. Even if you have people to talk to. You're not the only person out there that is a survivor. The only person out there that, you know, needs a hug. I'm out here and I'm here for you. And I love you. And I'm giving you virtual hugs. And hearts. And big ol' kiss. All you wanted. And if I do post this, I guess like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to me and Katie, because she said, listen, you gonna love me. All right, you guys. Blessings in abundance. I love you. Bye.